punched and drop kicked. I got
Robin's
good
got bigger
strength.
problems, right? Like, you don't need to be doing this right now. You don't need to make an enemy out of everyone, right?
I added
Oh, God.
I added +2 to my strength and dex, so we're fine.
Whoa.
You
no,
added
no,
a
no.
+2?
No.
No, yeah.
Plus one. Okay, yes, that's.
Plus
Oh, I got
one.
2 of them. I got 2 of them. It said I got 2.
Yeah,
You
I
get-
added a +1 to my dex and +1 to my wisdom.
Yeah, you don't. It's not 2 plus 2s. That would be
No,
ridiculous.
I know
Oh.
that, but it did raise my strength up to.
Okay. Oh well, that's good. That's very helpful.
My dexterity is now at a +4 instead of a
Yeah.
+3.
In the future, if you want, you can look up feats and take those instead of ASIs.
Feet?
I tried, yeah, that's what I tried to
Feats,
do. I was looking at
yes.
feats and it only said grapple. That was it.
That's not even a feat, my dear.
Right?
So,
Grappler or something
Hold
like
on.
that.
I don't know.
that might be actually.
It only offered grappler.
Oh, okay. While you're doing that, I'm gonna look up feats here, because hold up, this changes things.
Okay, well, just be aware it's one or the other, not both.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
look at feats as well.
Lovely.
Prerequisite. What's this prerequisite bullshit?
Let's see, grappler.
I already have that one.
What?
You have grappler?
No, I already have Dwarven Resilience.
Advantage on attack rolls. Use your action to pin a creature.
I'm a good gnome.
Oh my goodness.
Lightly armored linguist.
Oh,
Heavily
wait,
armored.
what's this one? Grudge Bear. Oh, no, that's too complicated. Nah, we're good. Heavily armored.
Okay.
Source Player's Handbook, filter. There, now we see one so we can actually. +1 strength, dexterity.
Keen of
That's all that
Mind.
athlete offers. Yes.
Get that one. Lucky. That looks
I know
complicated.
why, but I said.
Sinat! Oh my god! How you doing?
It worked! Yay!
Guess what day it is, Zina?
He doesn't know.
I know what day it is.
Yes, you know.
How's
So I got a computer.
how's that all pizza diet working out for you?
Like
We did call you like a million times, so we all called you.
Aw, we lads sign up.
Don't worry, when we keep calling, it means you have to get up.
We call because we care.
Okay, go brush your teeth or whatever. Just do
Go
what you gotta
brush
do.
your
Get in here.
teeth. Don't be giving us your stanky breath over Discord.
Yeah.
He says 10 minutes.
Whatever.
Okay.
He is.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything all day. How can you possibly be having this attitude?
We were at the. Dude, I was doing an archery competition with whatever you were doing. We were at the town already.
oh yeah.
Oh my god, Sinan! You had an expedition dump.
Tuned out.
Okay.
He's got.
Well, get in here. Go do your thing.
He's got time.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
doing
yeah,
planes
yeah.
right now.
Ooh. Skulker.
Oh my god.
Ooh, this
You thought we were still traveling for a second. Oh, wow, interesting.
You are hidden creatures and bonus region. Dim light does not pose disadvantage on wisdom. Ho ho ho. That looks fun. Squat nimble.
Looking at these feats, they're not great. Martial Adept? Player's Handbook. Are we not using that? What the fuck is time to buy this?
Oh. Alright. Tavern Brawler. Dang. Forecaster. Yeah. Oh.
Weapon master.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weapon proficiencies.
I like upping my my things. That was
It's
fun.
tough if you want more hit points.
I've already got 47.
Okay, but this gives you plus 2 hit points per character level. You
I
get more.
I get 1d12 and then I automatically get 1. Oh.
This would pretty much give you that 1 to 3.
I said I get 1d12, and then I also have my +1 because I'm a dwarf.
I'm gonna look at Skulker. You can try to hide when you roll out these obscured. Obscured. Already have that. Oh, when you're hidden from a creature and miss it with a ranged weapon attack, making the attack doesn't reveal your position. That's interesting. Still not great. Sharpshooter. Okay, let's check this out. Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged weapon attack rolls? Oh my god. That's pretty nice. Your ranged weapons ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
Oh yeah, I got Spell Sniper when I was a Warlock from my Eldritch Blast.
Before you make a ranged attack with a ranged weapon with which you are proficient, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. And if you do so, the attack hits, it deals +10 damage.
Okay, this is not...
I don't think we're gonna allow that.
Just in case. So Scravoth is on.
I would like to use Sharpshooter like that, but that sounds a little crazy.
I'm still a -5. It's not a small. It's really, it's kind of like the Barbarian's Great Weapon Master or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Take a -5. It's just for ranged. It's not.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
But with like Terra's Cradle, I still have that +3
Yeah.
attack. So at dawn, I guess.
Between dusk and dawn.
During the day though, it'll be only +1 to attack.
Right.
So that'll be pretty rough. Savage attacker. Mounted combatant. If we had a horse that wasn't hobbled, I'd use it.
Nah. If it was your horse.
Out of curiosity, Strippy, while we're waiting, can you... I'm struggling with this. The masonry proficiency.
For the racial one? What about it?
Can you explain that? Like, what is the exactly entails? Just weapon making of my own?
Stone cutting?
No, masonry.
Masonry is stonework. It's not forged.
No, it was...
It's not iron.
It was... Nah, it was different. Barbarian. 5e. Oh, that's D. I'm at E.
5D.
I fat fingered it. It's E, not D. Anyway.
I got it.
What is that primal? Best movement, go. Good thing I didn't go into frenzy. Dear lord. Just insta kill everything.
So...
Why can't I find it? Distance spell, bonus, on defense, danger sense.
You're an able physician.
I don't think...
I can't wait till level 5. I get an extra attack and fast movement. So that's kind of exciting. Anyway, no, I can't find it.
What?
I can't find it
That's
now.
a stupidly strong one. Dual wielder. +1 AC bonus, wield heavier weapons, and draw or stow 2 weapons at once. Just the AC bonus in itself is great.
Are you sure it wasn't a racial trait?
I can't tell. Well, I'm not gonna use it because I don't think I can use it. Trying to see which are limited to me, but this one's only letting me check it based on. Here we go. Now I can separate requisites. It wasn't showing I had to go to advanced filter.
Most dwarves are lawful. Lol. Okay, here. Tool proficiency. You gain proficiency in the artisan tools of choice. Smith
No, that's
tools,
still
brewer's tools, or mason's tools.
Oh, for your background.
Yes.
Okay. And you chose Outlander, was it?
Yeah, but tool proficiency with dwarves. So there's stone cutting, but then
Right.
there's also tool proficiency, and I chose mason's tool.
Okay. So you chose. Okay, so that means that you, if you want to carve something out of stone, you get to apply your proficiency to those checks.
That's a strength check.
Yes.
Okay. So that is what it would look like.
Yeah, I'll just take a sharpshooter. That's probably my best bet.
Sure.
I'm assuming that's what it would look like. Proficient skills.
Is your strength 3? Modifier 3?
Yeah, +2.
That's not a 3.
Well,
So where are you getting 5 from?
because I'm proficient in it.
But your proficiency is +2 right now.
Yeah, so 3 + 2 is 5.
Where are you getting the 3, Chili?
Because my strength
Is
3
okay.
and proficiency bonus is 2.
Okay. I asked you if your strength was 3, and you said no.
Okay, so is it 5 or 3?
Saints.
What is your ability score for strength?
3. And then it's
The modifier's 3. What's
Yeah,
the
the
what's
big-
the
the
2-digit number?
16.
Okay. Yes, that's 3.
And then proficiency bonus is
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
proficient in
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Makes it
yes,
5, yes?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so then I was right, 5.
Yes. So if you want to do any kind of stone work, that's all you.
Okay.
It's weird, D&D Beyond doesn't let you add feats, because you have to buy all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Like, you can only add 1 feat, because the rest are, like, locked behind the paywalls.
Yep.
Let me get rid of my ability bonuses and go back.
What am I doing? No, stop. That was not correct. That was not correct.
Wow.
It's not strength. It's
Tying knots is going to be dexterity, dear.
yeah, I know, but I don't
Okay.
know why it's selected that, and it's an expertise. It's not a proficiency. Why is it 7?
Expertise is double your proficiency.
Oh, so it's just proficient then. Am I 5 in that too?
Knocking down my abilities a little bit. 7,
Oh, I guess I would be considered, yeah,
6.
since I didn't learn. So. Okay, I fixed it. So I'll delete. So I'll delete from here.
Boy,
There, yeah.
this is nicht gut.
-5.
Um,
-2. During the day, yeah, if I use sharpshooter special bonus, I don't even have a bonus to attack anymore. I just make the attack. Cool.
there. Level.
Alright, so both you settled
That's your
now?
daddy's
That's
seat.
very
That's your daddy's seat. You can't lay there.
I'll just
What the fuck?
That's my,
Welcome back.
my kitty. He took daddy's seat.
I thought you got a kid first.
Oh,
He's my fur baby. Don't you talk to my son like that.
Oh boy.
anamorphic son.
Sorry, my sleep schedule is strange, and
Mhm.
I didn't mean to fall asleep.
uh-huh.
And I'm sorry. Please don't punish me, Daddy.
Oh, out of curiosity,
Oh.
does my AC go up if I increase my
Constitution? No.
I don't think that raises your AC. I thought it was Dex or Strength.
It is. Dex.
dex? So my dex went up 1. So does that increase my armor class?
Did that
Maybe?
Well,
Increase
did
your
you get a plus
modifier?
bonus to your Dex?
Yeah,
yeah.
it went from 2 to 3. Yeah.
Yep, then your armor class goes up.
Ooh, hot diggity.
To
I
4
was gonna take the ability improvement,
Just-
but I didn't.
plus 1 then? It just goes up 1.
Oh, Synod. I got my feat called Sharpshooter.
Oh?
It gives me no disadvantage on long range, ranged weapon shots.
Hey!
My ranged
Jeez.
weapons with more half and 3/4 cover.
We could have used that like 9 sessions
Yeah.
ago.
And
Athens
I
taking
get a
it to heart.
choice to. I get a choice now with my ranged weapons to. If you make a ranged attack with a ranged weapon, which you're proficient in, you choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll.
Do this.
And if it hits, it does plus 10 damage.
Jesus Christ.
I think you're echoing, is it not?
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Toes.
Dex modifier plus any modifiers.
What about now?
Talk a little bit more.
Hello?
Yeah, still echoing.
Shit.
Whoops.
Say that again?
You're still echoing.
I don't know how to fix it. My mic is as far away from my fucking face as it can possibly get.
I don't think that's what's causing the echo.
Alright, so we're all settled now, right? Plains has explained his feat to everyone in the chat at least once. And,
Yeah, I have to
and
make sure they know
Chili's
it.
and Chili's just getting an ASI. So returning, you see Cassia in her mismatched armor with her 2 warhammers on either side of her hip approach you. Elinthian, what are you doing here?
I had some business with a friend of mine. We are going to help cure her of an ailment.
Does that require your direct attentions?
At the moment, she's dealing with it, so I am free to roam.
Are you looking for a job?
What do you have in mind?
I have work of a little bit more sensitive nature that is not suited for me. We're looking to grab a particular higher up mark so that we can ransom him back. Are you interested?
Who exactly are we ransoming?
Have you heard of Lord Hesperex?
Srex, the name sounds familiar. Enlighten me though.
20.
You want her to remind you? Okay. That's fine. I was gonna have you make another
Yeah,
check,
love
but
it.
if you want her to just tell you, that's fine. Lord Hesperex has quite
Wait.
a few... What? What now?
Why did my AC go down? I don't understand that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the fuck? I started at 16 and now it's like 15. I don't. What?
I don't know what you did, Chili. You just... Alright.
It should be 17 now.
This is not... Okay, then just write in 17 and
Like,
so I can figure it out.
I'm working on that.
Okay, good. 10 plus your dex mod plus your constitution mod. That's what your unarmored defense is.
Constitution plus your wisdom, which is
No, not
What's that?
wisdom. No. Dexterity and constitution.
this here says something else. Okay, so
Okay, well,
Dex. It's Dex and Constitution.
it's dex and constitution. Because you have unarmored defense. You're not wearing armor.
Yes.
Armor
Yes.
class equals 10 plus your dex plus your con. You
And
can-
that doesn't include proficiency.
No, it does not include proficiency.
Fair enough.
So it didn't. But it. Okay.
How do you... Alright. How do you have a plus 7 to that?
Because it was 16 before, but I don't. I'm trying to figure out if that was one of my skills that got added in.
Is your con 3 and your dex 3?
They are now, but they were.
Okay.
But one went up, and I thought I had another one because of. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
No.
Great. Sounds good. So, Lord Hesperex is a very busy man. He's got a lot of fingers in a lot of different pots. he lives in this city with his son, who is the target. And another house would like to see his son chastised. And then we'll ransom him back.
Is this lord of a... how would you say? Benevolent mind? Or is he rather...
He's fair. Is that
And this is merely...
when has that been a relevant concern?
well, things do change. Tried to follow a different path since then.
Oh. Well, if you're not interested, I'll find someone else.
Is this just an internal politics? Are they just
It's-
wishing to send a message?
Yes.
And how much are they paying?
1,000.
1,000 gold.
We'll split it. It has to be split, of course.
It's still a mounty bounty.
It's a small amount compared to the ransom, I'm sure. But
Indeed. I may have to take you up on this, officer.
excellent. I will. I'm staying at the Drunkard's Den. It's in the southwest of here. If you decide to get a little bit more information or commit to it, there will be a halfling on station at the bar. Her name will be Kato.
Alright, thank you.
Yes. Best wishes to your friend, of course.
I appreciate it.
I look forward to hearing from you.
We shall see.
So that concludes that. Ralgam is
Determining things.
getting poisons. Talia's at the library. Time is yours. If you want to do anything in particular, otherwise, just go back and wait for him or something.
Well, I guess I'll be making my way to the tavern.
Okay. You go to the tavern and wait.
Actually,
Hmm?
yeah. No, yeah, take me to the tavern. But I'm not gonna speak immediately to Keto.
No, tavern immediately. And you wait there. I'm going to assume that Ralcom comes back first.
Sure. I'm looking up initiatives. Although something just said that barbarians get up, and I'm checking.
Okay.
But yeah, I arrived. I'm eating food. Sure. Yeah.
Sure. You two are done. Close to sunset. Probably a little bit after, actually. Talia will come in after 8 days worth of reading.
Yeah, that's fair. That's really fair.
So day 1 of 2.
You're
I'm
mentally dead. I hope after one.
I'm so fucked.
What?
Much like Simon,
not-
Talia is also a bit tired.
I just spent like 5 minutes listing off all the shit that I need. God damn.
As
Is there
you
an
do.
echo for anyone else, or is that just me?
I think it's just you, buddy.
Yeah,
One sec.
nothing here.
Yeah. I
Equipment.
hope some of this shit are like popular alchemy ingredients that I can buy at like an apothecary or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
At least 2 of these sound like that kind of stuff. And then one of them, I'm in a city of libraries, so anyway, 8 days. I guess spend 8 days reading. Is that what's happening?
I
Right now?
said 2 days. Nobody
Oh,
said anything about 8.
what the heck? Okay.
Where are you guys on level 20? My mics are actually still going off.
Oh, yeah,
Whoops.
that's a problem.
I thought I was going insane.
You are going insane.
Why can't I do that in a fucking battle, MF? I'm losing brain cells, Chili. Give me a bone.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Words hard, yes. Ah, yes, the smiley face. That puts it all together. What the hell? Hey there.
So, is there anything that anyone wants to do in particular? Or else we'll go to night.
I'd like to-
sleep, rather.
I'd like to ask around the tavern about what people know about the two lords and their feud.
Well, Lord Hesperex lives in Ravenna, so quite a few people know about that. He sits in on the town council. He owns a couple of businesses. He has a few plots of farmland. He has a public garden. He did military service. He's a very busy man. He's a very active fellow in this city. His son, I wrote down the name of Sirius, is more or less on, yes, Sirius Black is more or less on his father's track. He's got some big shoes to fill. There's nothing particularly unsavory or dark about. He's not like a black sheep or anything. Yeah.
Oh, the black sheep
They're
make him evil.
Okay.
why I gotta be black?
Exactly.
That is the slogan right now. I don't
Hey,
know.
black sheep, bring me some wool.
Okay, for a second there, I thought you were being racist, Chili, and I was gonna chew you out, and then I realized it wasn't actually racist. It was just strange.
It was just stereotypical. It's fine. House Lentulus is a bit on the older, more traditional side, and they've butted heads with some of these reforms and ideas that the House of Hesperex has decided to patron and champion. It's a little bit like the Capulets and the Montagues, but because this is based off of Rome, you're not going to have fighting in the streets so much.
Aw.
Well, that's still frowned upon in this day and age. It's not Renaissance Europe yet.
Does it? Do we know what they were butting heads on exactly? Just reforms in general?
Probably right.
Lentulus is concerned that the local politics and governments are spreading out the authority and powers of nobility among lawmakers and politicians and even some more common type citizens, whereas they would prefer to have it shall we say centralized with the ruling classes who have had experience leading troops, because almost all major houses have some form of military enlistment there. Almost all have served. It's something of a requirement. But they would prefer to. They're losing a little bit of their power, and Lentulus doesn't like it. Whereas Hesperex says that this is an inspirational and motivational thing to do, to give the people a say in how they are governed, and to have some control. And Lentulus counters that they don't know what they're doing. They are commoners. They have their place, and they should desire to excel at that. They don't have the experience. They don't have the pedigree. They don't have the education, the knowledge. It would be disastrous. Because they're either going to struggle throughout the eternity of their posting, or they're just going to fall into decadence and corruption.
I think I know what I'm gonna do.
Hey.
How many more days do we have left until...
Talia's here for at least another day.
Okay, how far
That's-
is Lord Hasperex's manor or estate?
12.
It is on the northwestern outside of the city.
How long do you think it would take me to get there?
Oh boy. Less than half a day.
I'm gonna start
Probably more
traveling there
than a
and
third.
arrive
Okay.
during the night.
In the night. Okay. So, going on that. That doesn't work in this channel, remember?
What?
Yeah, I know. I realized. I
Alright.
did it in roll 20. I got a natural 10. I'm actually happy. Finally got more HP.
So,
Nice.
at night, Athens slips out and begins walking towards House Hesperex. And you eventually get there. You leave at like 10-ish, maybe 9 or 10-ish. Get there a little bit after 1:30 in the morning.
Okay.
It's I didn't give a picture for this because I didn't think you were gonna do it. It's a pretty
Well, there's no
sizable
problem.
villa. There's slave chatels, housing, and fields and all manner of stuff. There's a few. You see torches from guards and all that. Go on.
Alright. I want to be stealthy and actually... I have rope, grappling hook. I want to get to the window of Lord Hesperex. I bought one.
Damn, man's prepared. Man's prepared.
I want to grappling hook to either Lord Hesperex's or his son Sirius's window.
Oh,
So-
my.
Is there walls that I have to get through first?
There's a small wall. It's pretty. It's like maybe 6 feet.
Oh, that's like nothing.
Not with your boots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll just jump over it.
Okay, so you do in fact jump up there. You give me a stealth check.
Okay. I had a +6.
I fixed it.
Or
I fixed
I need to actually fix my dexterity. It should be 17. So it actually be 8. Get rid of my ability score because I changed that. Anyways, I guess I get this.
it. Had to have me get an L. I don't know why. but
Well,
I had
I'll make a perception check. Why don't I do it the right way?
This is gonna suck.
That's not how that works. There we go.
They noticed the fuck out of me.
You jump onto the top of the wall, but it's got a bit of a slant to it. It's got a little bit of those tiles that you see on a lot of Italian villas, and you slip. You catch yourself, so you don't fall backwards, but you do fall forwards, into the into the wall, into the walled area, I should say, and you hear voices and you see bobbing of torches that's definitely approaching you for sure.
I tried with my rope. I tried dashing the window and climbing up. Then
Dash to the window.
so I could.
Okay. You don't know where they are, so you're just dashing to any old window.
Well,
Just for
I
the
guess I
record.
don't. I wouldn't know. Could I just instead of climbing to the window, can I throw it to the rooftop?
Uh,
I want to climb to the roof.
right. Yeah. Do me a
Athletics.
dexterity. Yeah, do me a dexterity check to throw that sucker.
Please, please, God, have mercy on me.
All right. It lands. It catches. You give it a tug to make sure. You hear voices that are getting a little closer. You hear footsteps. It seems like it's gonna hold.
Okay. I'll
You're just gonna.
jump, grab the rope, and get up as fast as I
Okay.
can.
You dash up rope and.
I'll pull it up with me after I get to
Right,
the top.
right, of course. Alright, I'm gonna make another perception check to see if they catch you doing that.
I should get another
They're
20.
gonna stop and look at the wall first and try and follow the footprints, which gives you a little bit of a lead. Yeah, that's not really quick enough. Alright,
God.
Okay.
so you pull it up, you see the torches below, but it's about 2 stories.
I'm gonna just.
Yep.
I'm just gonna wait a few minutes, let them calm down, let them stay on the roof, just chill for a little bit.
You hear yelling and footsteps and more torches are gathered, and after a few minutes it seems like it calms down. You haven't seen any from your particular vantage. You haven't seen anything increasing, I should say, from your particular vantage point. Things calm down. The number of torches and or at the very least the number of trails of smoke from the torches seems to diminish. It seems like the situation has returned back to normalcy.
Alright.
Blaze being questioned and slaughtered.
I'll take my grappling hook, hook it up to part of the roof where there's a fixture,
Right.
and then rappel down slowly towards a window.
Okay. You do in fact do that. You take your time. You find a good outcropping of sorts that you know will hold your weight. You rappel down to a window. It's on the 2nd floor, so it's not barred, and there's no glass. But it's dark.
I will slip in, I suppose.
Oh, you got dark vision now, so you see. Yeah, so you see what looks like maybe some sort of bathroom. It's got a lot of linens, if this is supposed to be a bathroom, and it's curious, maybe like a multi-purpose room or something. But you're in here, and there's a door. It's got a slight slight smell of clean, rather,
Oh, very nice.
and or at least the linens are clean. There's a door. You can see a faint flicker of light underneath the crack in the door.
Okay. I will
You
open the.
Mhm.
I'm gonna open the door very
Yes.
slightly,
Okay.
take out my mirror, and use it to see if there's any guards along the hallway.
Okay. You take out you open the door a crack. You hold out your mirror at what you hope is a good angle. You get a view down the left side, or
Some side.
yeah. The left side doesn't require a mirror. The right side would. So you get a good view down the right side rather, and the left side, but which is easier. It's a hallway. You see steps going down to the right. There's 2 doors on your left, one door on your right. You don't see anybody. There's one torch on each side. Looks like they're starting to sputter a little bit on the older side.
Okay. I will then, I guess, come out of the door.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put out one of the torches, leave the other one going.
Okay, one on your left or one on your right.
I don't know, the one on the right, I guess I'll just
Okay.
smother it.
One on the right goes out.
And-
Easily done.
I'll go into the door on the right, because it's completely dark.
You can go into the door on the right. So, you have dark vision. So you see this is a bedroom. Somebody's. It's pretty sizable. It could very easily be the master bedroom.
Go through the drawers.
There-
Go through the drawers.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! This is my time!
There's looks like there's definitely cabinets to your immediate right. There's another small there's a small doorway that looks like it's been blocked off with a bead curtain or a linen curtain or something like that. To your immediately across from you, you see dressers, and looks like there's a very ornate rectangular mirror on a small pivot. It's not a full length, it's horizontal. To your left, you see a little bit more light. There are two windows, and there's some moonlight filtering through. And you see a bed with two people in it.
Okay. So I assume this is Lord Hesperecht and his wife then. And I will...
Sure.
I mean, it could be anyone, I don't fucking know.
They could be dead. You don't know.
I'd like to get a closer look, but I'm not gonna... I'm
True.
just gonna open the door and leave and try the other hallway.
You're gonna go into the hallway across. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, check the other two doors.
Okay, you go in the other two doors. So the one on the left is a bedroom as well. It's a little bit on the smaller side, but it's still well appointed. There's still it's almost like mosquito netting, but it's clearly more for ornamentation than practical protection. It's a lot more Spartan in this room. You don't see anyone occupying the bed. It looks made up. There's a small mirror. There's a couple of small lamps that are not lit in there. You go over to the room on the opposite side. Nice components. That's hot. So
You want to see my other components?
you go over to the. You can DM them to me later. You go over to the other side, and this room looks lived in. Let's say there's nobody in the bed, but the sheets are pulled all the way back, and the pillow is on the long side, not the short side.
Body pillow.
There's a shield, and looks like maybe a short sword. Maybe some daggers that are on the ground. There's a couple of tunics that are draped over some furniture. There's a chaise longue. Looks like there's a small cupboard that has books on it, maybe some parchments, inkwell. It's messy. It's lived in. There's
Look under the
stuff's
mattress,
kind
look
of
under
been
the mattress.
haphazard.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, there's Playboys
Okay.
under there.
Oh, is there? Ooh. I might as
You
well
have
take a look.
pictures, right?
Now that you've said it.
Sure. You look under the bed. There's some sexy ass parchments, man.
Alright. Got what I came for.
Yeah. Time to bug out.
No, that's cool. I guess I'll just leave.
Mhm.
this,
Leave.
and I'm going to take. It's gonna sound complex, but I'm gonna take the wire and wait. Hold on. The hallway that has a way down the stairs. Is it like a? I don't know how to fucking explain this.
You want me to draw it out? Would that be easier?
Yeah, the stairway down.
Alright.
It's like a quick rough drawing.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there something I want to do?
Right.
Oh fuck! I just cracked my neck.
That's not how you do
Ooh.
that.
I do that daily.
There we go. Okay.
Ooh, there we go.
Freehand! Alright.
God, I'm PTSD.
So this is not to scale, so shut the hell up.
Aw.
Hey, Striffy, is this the scale?
Cyanide, I will destroy what is left of your Jewish heritage.
Oh god!
There's nothing.
That's a
left
hell
to
of a
begin
phrase.
with.
Speaking of which, did you watch the video that I acted you? Because that was funny as hell.
Wait, you added
I
me
did.
in the video?
Oh my god. Turn on your notifications.
Bitch.
My notifications are on.
You're like...
Okay, that looks like a butt.
I don't know how to describe this, so I'm just gonna send a picture. Does it have like a little stairway? Have like the rods like that going up
The
or
rock.
something like that?
You mean the guardrail?
Well,
Yes, it has a
sorry,
it has a
guardrail.
banister. It has a
Banister. There it is.
There you go.
It has a banister. All right. So what I'm gonna do is
Slide down.
no. Okay, maybe someday, but not right now.
Why not?
Since I'm going to go back to the bed with those two people. I'm gonna take some of my wire. I'm gonna tie a little bit at like the bottom part of the banister and lead
God,
it to
damn
the
it,
door.
damn it.
So basically, if someone comes up and tries to go up the stairs,
Okay.
they'll trigger that. It'll pull the door closed. So I'm gonna leave it a little ajar, and then I'll know I'm gonna jump out the window when that happens.
Jesus Christ.
So the door to the master bedroom, and
Yeah.
and you're going to have a string going from the banister to the door, like so, but straight.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do anything straight to save my life.
It's.
Wow.
Comment there.
But yeah, I'll go inside there now, and I'm gonna, I guess, crawl up to the bed.
All right. Crawl up to the bed. Just a
Nice.
little bit of snoring, not a lot.
Can I see their faces, what they look like?
The woman has her back to you, but she's got some shorter but very curly hair. The man is lying flat on his back. He's got a patrician nose, or I'm sorry, patrician chin, aquiline nose, short, standard Roman haircut with the shitty 2-inch bangs. He doesn't look fat at all. He looks pretty fit. He's got on a white toga. He does look older. It's always hard to tell with humans, right? So we'll say like late 50s, early 60s or so.
Alright, I will. Let me first share my screen for Kayla.
She's Kayla. Lord.
Oh, good.
And I'm gonna go up to the guy. Let me pull out my Terra's Thorn, but my dagger one.
The dagger. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna lay the dagger at his neck and put my hand over his mouth.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, I imagine he's gonna stir and wake up.
Yeah, he's
I'm just
gonna
gonna look him in the.
jerk up a little bit, and his eyes are gonna be wide, and they're gonna see you.
Hold him down.
I'm gonna tell him, shh, I have a proposition for you. I could have easily killed you and been out like it was nothing, but I need to talk to you.
And you think I'm
This is such
chaotic?
quick notice, I couldn't have talked to your guards. I'm going to remove my dagger. If you try anything, you will not find me again. And I slowly remove my hand from his mouth and start to pull
Okay.
away my dagger.
Oh, so much to do. So many options, rather, I should say. He's silent.
Roll a 1d100.
He nods. gives you kind of like a shaky thumbs up.
I'm gonna ask him his name.
Claudius Hesperex.
Claudius?
I
I thought there was only a son.
I'm gonna laugh too.
No, she was. No, Lord Hesperex. You're taking his son.
Oh, this is
You're taking the son of
Wait.
Lord Hesperex.
Firstborn.
that's serious though.
Right.
And this, you said this was Claudius.
Correct.
Oh, it's Claudius Hesperus. I'm a fucking idiot.
There you go.
So, I'm gonna tell him about the plot against him from Lord Tullus, and how they are offering 1,000 gold for the retrieval of his son to, well, humiliate him.
He listens carefully. He had no problem waking up as soon as you started saying these things. For the record. Right, okay. So he listens to what you have to say. What do you plan to do?
I don't wish to kidnap your son. I don't wish to do anything to your family. So, I'd rather tell you about this plot. And even, I'll offer you protection, because your guards couldn't have done any better. So, for a small rate, I can protect you from those who wish to take your son. Or maybe we can even do something to Lord Tullus. I don't like tyrants.
In reversal.
Tried to make it a little bit more balanced, and I guess I didn't succeed if he's a fucking tyrant. Alright.
He's not like a tyrant, but he wants to keep the power centralized, and I for that.
Right, alright. Yeah. He's no Idi Amin, I'll tell you that much.
Not a terrible guy.
So-
Just my weapons.
we just so happen to disagree. There's nothing to do. So he'll nod again.
You're
Well,
threatening him
Yeah, like he's
from you.
even if he's gonna say no, now is probably not the time to do that. So, regardless,
I'm gonna put my dagger away,
yes.
and I'll just try to inform him I am no threat to you. I don't wish to hurt you. And can I try to persuade him of that? Or does he
You can always you can always do the persuasion, sure.
Oh, I did my persuasion.
Let me see if I should. Let me think. Yeah, just a straight persuasion, because I can't decide if you should have disadvantage or advantage. So just do a straight one.
It did.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I knew it wasn't gonna work, because I have -1.
So he nods to you, and you notice his hand going for underneath of his pillow.
You didn't think to look. Oh my god.
Chili, you are the last person to be saying these things. You need to be very humble.
I'm going to look Lord Hesperex in the eye.
Yes.
Your
And just
life
say-
happens.
I know what you were thinking. You don't believe me. That's fine. I will be back here on the night your son will be taken. I will stop them. I expect something in return. And then I use fog cloud. I escape through the window.
Ooh. Nice. Alright. So that's the second story. Are you gonna jump?
Yeah, can I not just jump from the second story to the wall?
Well, that is too
You don't
far.
have false life?
Okay, then I'll just take my grappling. I'll just go back the way I came since I have fog cloud. They won't know. I'll just pick up my grappling hook and
Well,
grapple
Fog Cloud
down.
will probably fill the room.
yeah. So
So you're going to go out. You're going to go out the door. Oh, you're going to go out the door, not the window. Okay.
yeah, and just go back to my grappling hook, grapple
Okay.
down,
Here you
and leave.
And
asphyxiated in his room by a mysterious fog cloud.
he dies with a fog cloud. It's too
Definitely
thick
obscure.
for him to breathe.
Lasts for the duration of up to 1 hour. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't need it for that long. You just,
Well,
just go for like a
obviously,
minute.
you're not going to be within range for an hour. It's 120 feet, so. Well, I guess it's just concentration. I guess you wouldn't need. Alright, fine, whatever. You drop it whenever you drop it. There. So, you're leaving. Make another stealth check.
Let's see how this one goes.
Not well.
10. It's not bad, not great.
No, that's not.
It's almost a repeat of what you did of the first time, but better.
Yeah.
No, that's
Because you don't make as much noise, and you don't fall into the compound. You fall out of the compound.
Good enough for me.
They don't care if
you-
somebody's leaving.
Yeah, you quickly begin moving off toward the tree line. It's the safest bet. You get to the tree line, and you almost run head over heels into a female halfling. That
Kato?
that you just so happen to miss. Tara,
Damn.
that's you.
Oh,
Hello.
So you watch as somebody comes out of the jumps off the wall, the compound, runs toward the woods, runs into the tree line, and because he's looking over his shoulder, he practically barrels right into you.
Yes, I'm.
And that's where you are. It's all you.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to run into you. I you there.
halfling
Yep.
in this estate. Kato. Kato, is it?
You fix your volume? Put planes on 200%. That's what I did.
I had to take him down. The rest of you are in 200%. Plane's at 100.
I put all of you at 200%.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'll
So-
just say. So, Kato, I imagine you're going to
Hey.
steal away Sirius tonight?
Yep.
Not even gonna deny it.
Alrighty then. That's one way to do it.
Do you care much about whose side you're getting gold from, Kato?
No, not really.
Alright. I have a deal for you.
Alright,
Striffy, what was that girl's name that tried to get me involved in this in the first place?
Cassia.
Cassia.
Cassia. Kato, did you hire Cassia for this deal?
No, actually, he hired me.
Oh, well then my deal is this. How about you work with me and we can stage a bit of a play. You can continue with trying to kidnap Sirius, and I will stop you from doing so. You can of course escape. Sirius and Lord Hesperex will see my trustworthiness, and they'll pay us for the job. I'll split the share with you. No one gets hurt. No one gets taken. And no one has to know a thing.
Double teaming everyone. I like it.
Can I see if he's lying?
Yes, you can make an yeah, go for it.
Insight.
Yep.
Roll that insight.
Alright. So
Ha!
Well,
I wasn't lying, so.
hey, there
okay,
you go.
cool. Yeah, I'll take you up
The
on that
first
deal.
roll.
It's,
Jeez, what a way to start. Yeah, well, I was telling the truth, so.
right. Yeah,
Smart
very,
check, though.
very specific, but yes. You want, well, she did get a 19. Is there any nuance that you think a 19 would warrant sharing?
Unless Kato has some strong allegiance to Cassia, we will be fine. If she does, though, she'll know that we're part of Cassia.
No. Nuance to Tara. Not
Oh.
to me. Not to me. No, because she got a 19. You weren't lying to her, but you're playing both sides. It's a little deceptive. Is there any sort of nuance and context that you think a 19 would be able to pick up on what Athen's saying.
This probably won't earn the same amount of gold. And you probably won't be able to come back here then.
Athen does not look like he's quite as rich as Cassia. He's...
So, what do you say?
She said yes, I believe.
Oh, I can't even hear. I guess. Alright.
That's
Oh.
nice and non-committal.
Does Athens speak halfling? Or is she just...
It's common, I assume
Common.
it'll be fine. I'll just say to you, Kato, return back at this spot at the same time tomorrow, and we'll get this underway.
Oh,
Damn. Athens gonna be the only one with interactions with Kato so far. Okay, I can respect.
After this job, we'll see more.
Yeah, so she comports herself. I
Alright,
can
well.
respect. I got my own problems anyway. Can't be dealing with weird halflings, assassination, shit.
Let's turn it like some Ocean's 11 shit real quick.
the heist. There's always
Honest.
there's always got to be a betrayal. I'm just saying.
Oh no.
True.
Esperex, don't do me in.
I mean, he is probably gonna do you in. Let's be honest.
If he does, I probably will just take his son.
Oh.
The dude doesn't want to accept my help.
That's what the quest is, but that just sounded like super fucking like biblical First Testament type. Like fucking like if you do me in like this, I will take your first son.
Yeah, pretty much.
Take his fucking firstborn.
Oh, and before I leave, I'll say to Kato, don't let Cassia know about all this. She may not want to know I'm involved anyway. And then I go.
Strong silent type. This is the same Kato that's supposed to be getting what she wants through flattery. Just so we're clear. These one-word responses are so flattering. Alright.
Everybody needs some time to warm up.
Synod.
Remember Chili? Remember
I'll
Chili?
be right back.
Remember how much fun we made of Chili for not having a character arc for like the first 10 sessions? She was just Outlander with one-word answers.
But apparently, Kato actually has a character arc somewhere.
You had someone to guide her, but you know, it's
A bit.
fine. I did mine by myself.
There was a small amount of DMing before the
Guide
session started, yes.
Didn't you get a little bit of a guide as well, Chili?
No.
Nobody helped you make your backstory.
No.
Failure never asked you any specific questions that you might want to answer.
Nobody
No.
Nobody talked to her. Nobody talked to Raugum.
He showed me how to battle.
Because
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Raugum was happy to be on the outside and be very independent, and everybody was like, well, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got
I'm still that way.
we got this.
That's why.
I kind of wish it was still that way sometimes.
Oh boy.
Without that pesky personality to deal with. Power at any cost.
It just keeps getting better and better. So,
Best for luck there, buddy.
Yeah.
so that's Athen, I presume, heads back to the taverna. I think it's Alithia's lair, if I remember right. And Kato, is there anything you want to do while you're out here?
Are there any shops nearby?
Shops? No, this is a manor on the northwest side, outside of the city, and it's also 1:30 in the morning. We're probably closer to 2.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay. You go back, not following at a very distant second. to Athen and go back and find your sleep. You all wake up in the mornings, which is a good start.
Can I head back to the temple? Or do you still have shit for Athens?
No.
I'm just asking.
Athens said he was going back and going to bed. So
Yeah, I'm done. That's it for tonight.
in the morning, if you
I
want to be
assume
the
I've
first
been
one up,
dancing in the freaking library or something.
you cannot stay in the library after sunset.
True.
You
That's
returned back to the taverna with the rest of them,
Oh, I did. That's right.
and you can go to sleep or trance or do whatever it is you want to do.
I'm gonna go back to the temple and kind of explain my findings and hope to fucking God that they have everything they need.
At like 3
in the
a.m.
city.
At like 3 a.m.
3 a.m. No, when we wake up.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're trancing, that's 4 hours, so you're gonna do something else for 4 hours. You give yourself 8 hours and then have breakfast and then go at a reasonable time. Looking for a yes or a no here.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
great, thank you. That's all I needed. I don't ask for much around here. Just trying to. Okay, so Talia's up way before everyone else. She kills some time doing whatever it is Talia wants to do. Has breakfast.
Playing catches herself.
And then there you go. She's able to play some backgammon or something. And
Good game. Good.
I know nobody plays it anymore. It's so
I
strange.
know. Isn't it sad?
It's
I don't know how to.
It's an underrated, for sure.
I don't
Always
think I've
wanted to
ever
learn
played it
how
in
to
real
play
life, though. I've only ever played it on Skype.
It reminds me of Go a little bit.
What? Of what?
This is some advanced thinking over here, Chili. You might want to
I played Chinese checkers.
gird your. Oh boy,
Oh boy.
it's not the same thing at all.
Just keep trying.
Backgammon.
Keep trying.
Yeah,
I
keep
mean,
trying.
it has,
Oh,
it has
it's like
black
goldfish.
and white tile.
I
like
played
dominoes.
I played Go Fish.
Like dominoes.
Yes, it does have black and white.
They're not black and white. It's like, okay, moving on.
Whatever.
This is unimportant.
Right. So, go to the Temple of Clementia. You see the head, the cardinal that you spoke to last time.
Aurelius, I believe was the name of the dude.
Yes, that sounds right. So we'll go with that.
I remember weird details that I
don't
shouldn't need
I
to.
think I wrote that down, but right.
I didn't write it down either.
So, you want all of the stuff that I listed off for you? Those components. Those components.
I listed those all, right? And I was like, holy fuck, I'm screwed. Like, where the fuck am I gonna find half a liter of Asper blood? I
You
better
could-
hope to keep it in stock in a fucking apothecary, for fuck's sake. Volcorius
That's a
Stone?
good question.
Lightnerod Unroll?
That's,
Where do I find the litany of Asperian written by an ambrosial
Aspersion.
Cenobite? Whatever you want to call it. Written by an ambrosial Cenobite, stored in a sanctified and sealed
Well, I meant a
divine
sanctified container.
sempervirens sap. A container sealed with sempervirens sap. Like, where do I find that shit?
That's
Like,
a good question, Synod. I can't wait to hear your answer. So, first of all, Leitner-Raz Unroll is the dwarven word for it,
Oh.
which should be a clue right there.
Oh, buddy.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Second of all, if you Google what a Cenobite is, that should give you another clue.
Oh, is this like a real thing?
Thirdly, it's
I thought you were.
a lot is based off of reality. If you look up Sempervirens, that should be another one. Asper blood, you're gonna have to ask around. That's all there
Oh
is to
come
it.
on, Chili. That was kind of good.
Toes.
Not even a chuckle from that.
Perseverance. Oh well, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh,
I
it's
was
like,
like,
I love the fact that you wait to do this now and not like over the
I
last
didn't
3
realize you were
days.
basing these
You're
off
not
of
doing
like
anything.
real things in the world. I just thought
I
you were
based the
making
whole
this shit
setting
up.
off of the real world.
But like, the real world doesn't have elves or halflings or
I said
magic.
based,
so-
but it has the Mediterranean, it has the Italian peninsula.
Wait, how am I gonna get California redwood sap in the Mediterranean?
It's Cyprus. It's not.
Sempervirens. Cyprus. Oh, that makes sense. It's like you're not reading that right.
It's not
at
Sequoia
all.
sempervirens, let's tell you that
It's-
much.
it's-
So, now that we have that underlined, now you're not. You have to go to California. You have to find
yeah,
the new world.
Yeah, find the fucking new world.
This is a long quest for you, Sinon. It's a long game.
Yeah, we're playing the fucking long game.
I sure hope you live long enough.
Same.
No, it's Cyprus sap. Alright, there.
Okay.
So, anyways, you go to the Temple of Clementia, find your way in, do this, that, and the other thing. You meet the Cardinal, and you show him the list, presumably.
Yes.
So,
Why not? And explain what
Why
I've
not?
learned about
Yes.
it.
Yes. So, the Volcorius stone is... Yeah, I should have muted myself there, I know. So,
No, it was distracted. Don't worry.
so he looks at the research that you've taken, all the notes and all that. The magical equations are quite advanced for a man of the cloth. He is able to point out parts where you are able to, where he's able to ascertain divine elements that is calling on divine power and petitioning the gods for assistance in parts of this ritual. He
So,
does.
monk.
There you go. He does
monk.
know. There you go.
Sorry.
He does know about an ambrosial cenobite. You all don't appreciate how much work I put into that.
No, I am just now appreciating how
Aw,
much work you put into
Son,
this.
Oh,
Like,
you're precious.
I thought you were just making shit up as you went. No, man, actually fucking founded all this shit in reality.
I'm
Took
trying
out
to
the
I'm trying to be
Latin.
more like Failure and coming up with ridiculous amounts of detail. As soon as I
Oh,
as I
get
figure
your-
out-
get your brown
turns
nose
me
out
over.
of here with that.
yeah, you want to
Oh
talk
my
about
god.
you want to talk about
Listen to you,
atmospheric
the
pressure, you dirty
You don't
slut.
need two of them. You don't need
Tell
Yeah,
me
that.
that's
how-
right. Yeah.
Tell me the newtons it takes to move a small box.
Oh,
Hey, that's right. You'd like that, don't you? So I'm gonna tell you how many. Well, what's a calorie? The amount of energy required to raise 1 gram of water 1 degree.
Joule of heat. Thank you very much.
You're a
There you
unit
go.
of measurement, Harry.
Yeah.
I'm a what?
you
No.
hear what the calorie? Chili furiously typing.
Yeah. She's got opinions. I think last time she challenged us, she was wrong though. Is that what I remember?
Yeah, wrong. You were wrong. Ooh, hold on. Can we get that on recording?
If
Can we have that
memory-
recorded? Gotta hear
Yeah,
that again. Wrong.
that wasn't too long ago. I'll check.
She's in dead inside. She loves.
I
Aw,
mean, she should be a
She
little dead
was
inside.
wrong
After how bad
again.
I beat her.
Oh,
sucks to
look,
be you.
look at this. I'm never wrong.
So-
Well, if she's never wrong, she can say in that chat.
Sure. So, yeah. So, oh hi, Chili. So,
Oh, hi, fuck you.
so he does know what an ambrosial cenobite is. There are very, shall we say, more intense monasteries and monastic orders that engage in substance enlightenment. And there is a concoction. Some say it is divine. Some say that it's a hallucinogen, but it is called ambrosia. And this ambrosia is said to give a clearer connection with the gods, with the divine, with knowledge and fate and destiny, the intertwining and intersection of all these things. The order of Clement, those who follow Clementia tend not to engage in this ritual. It
No,
does. It does involve those who are more of a more intense mindset. Certainly those of Jupiter. Certainly those of Bacchus, actually. I'm sure you've heard of Bacchanalia. So, those of Pluto, and some rare, those of Diana. Those are more the ones that seek that curious enlightenment of the mind.
Enlightenment.
So a Volcorius stone is he knows that they're very rare, and he knows that the dwarves tend to have restricted access to them.
Interesting.
A litany of aspersion should be easy enough to come by. Almost everyone is familiar with Eugenios the Incandescent, whose work.
Oh no, that's what I was hoping for. Was for it to be like readily available.
Yes, he's one
But I
of
wasn't
the.
sure.
No, he's a pretty big name. His words are said to burn your eyes, and when he spoke, they would burn your ears. He spoke with such conviction
Damn.
and faith.
I see why he was named the Incandescent.
Yes.
It just burned
Yes.
you to read or hear whatever he said or
Aw.
wrote.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I would presume
Mhm.
that the temple is equipped with facilities to create or acquire idols of various gods. That was never a problem. So the real problem here is getting half a liter of Asper blood
That is in fact a problem.
and a Volcorius stone, which I assume our resident dwarf friend could help us with.
He might be able to.
Or we might stumble upon one eventually
You know,
while helping said dwarf friend.
yes, Raugum might be willing to trade that information for a very specific item.
He might be, if he had that information,
Yeah,
which,
that is-
given how he doesn't remember much else about his past, I find that highly doubtful.
You don't know what I know about my past, though.
all it takes. Well, Chili doesn't even know. She knows about his past.
Chili doesn't even
But-
know how much he knows about her past.
All it takes is a sufficient deception check.
Is a what?
Sufficient deception check to be like, yeah, I know everything about Volcorius stones.
Yeah, but I already don't trust Raugum. Man
That
was like
sounds like a
sending
problem,
fucking
isn't
like
it?
blood
I'm
sacrifices.
just saying. I'm just saying.
I mean, it sounds
Just
like a you
I'm
problem.
just saying. She can make a deception roll and figure it out. So Asper blood, he does know because he's a man of the cloth. It tends to come from select mythological creatures.
Such as the
Hecacontes.
Hecacontes. Sounds like a type of horse.
You're
kind of
incorrect.
Hecka?
Hecka is not for horse.
Oh.
Hippo is for
For
horse.
For Hecate.
And and hippo is actually Greek. But yes. Remember when you guys saw the hippocampi on the boat? I guess not. Oh well.
Yes.
Did we see? Oh yeah, we did see Hippocamp, but heck.
Hecakontes is a pretty good one right there.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not seeing a whole lot.
Oh boy. Alright, let me see here.
Now, granted, I didn't hear. I didn't hear exactly what you said. I just kind of heard most of it and assumed how things were spelled.
Is that not what I wrote? I swear that's what I wrote. Fuck.
Hecacontes? I took note of most of the strange names that I found in the text you sent me. Which was, you know, decidedly very well written.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't expect you to. Oh, okay. I spelled it wrong. There you go. That's that second one's which I'm just gonna erase the first one. Because it's wrong. We don't need to deal with it.
Oh shit, we never fucking RP'd the senior iterator.
Well, this is your second day that you have to go and do your research to get the rest of that.
All right, fair enough. Let's go.
Okay.
I'll relay that information to Mr. Aurelius,
Mhm.
or I don't even know what you would fucking call a fucking Cardinal Aurelius. There you go, Cardinal Aurelius.
Not too bloody difficult, is it?
Fucking drink.
Right. So you tell him that you're going to be there, which is totally expected because he's the one who gave you the letters of introduction.
And that if I'm not there, they can always send a note to
Okay.
the... I forget the name of the inn, but I'm
Ilithia's
sure
lair.
I've told him. The what now?
Ilithia's lair.
Yeah,
So,
that place.
Ooh.
alright, so the other three of you just roll a d20.
Oh shit.
The other three of you.
What?
All three of you.
Oh,
D20.
damn.
Do it. Do
Oh, I have
it,
to roll
do
D20?
it.
Just
Just a
D20.
straight d20.
What? What type?
Of course.
What? Okay.
DM asks you to roll things. You don't know why.
I wasn't listening to your expedition dump, to be honest.
Tara.
That's fine. You don't know about it.
The
Why
dice.
did I die on the table?
Tara.
Oh, you are a
Uh-oh.
precious little thing. You're also
Oh
last.
no.
So-
Oh, no.
Oh, initiative.
No, I didn't say initiative.
Oh.
So Raugum, you wake up first. What are you doing? Talia is gone.
Damn.
Ath-
Oh no.
Athens going to be awake soon. Not that you know that.
Right. I guess I'll just kind of wake up.
Uh-huh. Good start.
Is it dark out? Can I do a perception check?
If you got
Yeah.
8 hours of sleep, it is not dark out. It's gonna be like 8 or
Okay.
9 in the morning.
I feel like I need to do a perception check. Just kind of
Sure.
see what's
Go ahead.
look around.
Do a perception check. What is that? 14.
It was,
All right.
2 for me.
You are in your room, waking up. You're doing a perception check. There's a window. Everything looks like where you left it last night. Your
Okay.
belongings are still intact. Doesn't look like the door's been fiddled with or nothing.
Okay.
Seems pretty solid.
Okay. Because I felt like I was needing to look for something. All right. Well, I'll go down and
You do you.
go down and get some food.
You go down. You have
Fuel. Fuel. Yeah, get some fuel.
you have your
Make sure-
breakfast.
Yep. I'm gonna definitely stash my newly acquired herbs into into the innermost deep pockets that nobody should be able else to find unless they thirst me heavily.
Sure. It's very specific, but we'll go with it.
Well,
So you are finishing up your breakfast, pondering what you want to do for the day, and in the inn, you wake up.
Alright, I'm going to go to a store. I'm gonna buy a few things.
Okay. So Ralgham's finishing up breakfast. She watches as Athen comes downstairs, gives her a little wave, and struts right out the door. Alright.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to, I guess, where can I buy oil
Lamp oil?
or something combustible?
So lamp oil. Okay.
Sure.
Flammable oil. There's a million and one places. That won't be a challenge at all.
Okay, I'm just gonna go buy I guess a flask of lamp oil. Gonna buy.
Alright, so it's 1 silver per flask.
I'll just buy another one so I have two.
The javelin of lightning. That looks fun.
Tee.
Flask, two. Okay. So I have the
Is
flask.
there a magical
which I
town
want.
nearby? Just a place of all things with magic.
Yes,
I'm sorry, what?
there is.
Really?
Are we in one?
That man.
Are in like colleges and fucking libraries?
Yep. That may have been something to do instead of saying, I'm going to have breakfast. It's not something that we really needed to cover.
Really?
But
Buy
you
a
made your
few
choice.
of those.
So, you get your flasks of oil.
I'm gonna buy a fuse, like 30 or 40 feet.
Oh my. Okay. That's easy enough to do. It's essentially just hemp and rope with a little bit of igniter in it.
Yeah. How much would that be?
That's a good question.
I'll be
Okay. I'll make it 1.5 gold.
Alright.
Silk rope is 10 gold, and hemp and rope for 50 feet is 1 gold. So just make it 1.5 to add to weave the igniter into it. Tinder,
Okay.
whatever you want to call it.
So I have that, I have that. What else do I need?
Like a toddler?
I don't need it. Actually, let me buy another mirror,
Alright, sure.
and
That's
I think that should be it for me.
easy enough. It says 5 gold, but I'll knock it down to 3, because that's a bit ridiculous. 5 gold for a freaking mirror. I mean, really, like, and it says steel in parentheses.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Well, it's a steel mirror,
Yeah.
mirror made out of steel, but like it's gonna be made out of freaking gold for 5 gold pieces. Freaking mirror, come on, man, work with me on this. So, that's you done, correct?
That's all I need.
Okay. So, Tara, Kato wakes up in the drunkard's den, where she is staying with Cassia and 2 other bounty hunters. What is it that you're going to do today?
I'll go into town. Are there any that sell daggers or something?
Yeah, there are plenty of those. Absolutely. That won't be hard to get at all. Let's see what a dagger is. Dagger will be 2 gold pieces, but I'll knock that down to 1. Finesse, light, thrown. 1d4 piercing. And you said scissors?
So many rings.
Is there any way I could steal it?
Oh,
Here we go.
Of course there is. Give me a sleight of hand check. We'll see.
oh, this is very interesting.
We'll see how good you are at stealing.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're pretty good at stealing, as it turns out.
We don't know.
You
You
just-
don't know. We don't know.
6 plus 6? Wait a minute.
My side has +3.
Proficiency in dex, man.
Yeah.
You got +6. Alright. Anyway, so
Probably a
you...
big jump step and shit.
Oh god,
You
we
just
just got
want-
another Archon in our hand.
Oh, she's got a +4, actually. Never mind.
Yeah.
So... Do you just want 1?
No, I want all of them.
You've got Argon.
Alright, so...
How many can I steal?
So, straight up sleight of hand check with no declared prep work, like a distraction or anything. You can swipe 3 of them, just like
Alright.
that.
How much are they worth? Like market value, if she was to purchase them.
It's one gold per pop
Hey, you know what?
for daggers.
Easy money.
Back in my street days.
Then I can buy a few, right?
You get what now?
So then I'm gonna buy a few.
Oh, then you're gonna, okay, sure. You can buy as
So
many
I'm
as
just
you,
gonna. Oh
as many as
god.
you want. This is the smart way to steal chili. You need to listen and learn.
No. Okay, so if I was her, I would have just stolen them and then turned around and be like, "Hey, you want to buy these?"
Yeah, that's
Right.
a stupid way to steal. You don't want to do
That's
that.
stupid.
Where they steal.
Wait, so then I'm gonna ask for a deal for 2 daggers for 1 gold. I'm saying, oh,
Haggle.
you're so cute. Maybe we should hang out.
Oh,
Okay,
what?
make a persuasion check. This is your...
Ooh, hope that charisma's high. Hope that charisma's high. Uh-oh.
See what you can do. This
What the fuck?
this shopkeep is completely enamored with you.
What is the
And
plus?
hanging on to everything you say.
What is the +5?
Why is the
Steve, what
+5
did
so
you roll?
ridiculous?
What did
Then
she
you should give me
roll?
3 for 1.
She rolled a nat 20. What's that?
At 20.
The nat 20.
No, I meant for like her freaking like constitution, strength. You know, what were her rolls? 13, 12,
I have it.
17. Jesus.
She's got +3 to charisma,
Obviously.
and she's proficient in persuasion, so that's +5.
What the?
I have a +5 to stealth
This is how you play to your strengths.
and +5 perception.
It's so
So
simple.
I'm glad I'm just a giant beat stick.
Okay, so
Jesus.
can
kind of are, but it's great.
I hand him 5 gold and take 15 daggers?
And hand 5 gold.
Trippy has an aneurysm, no big
This-
deal.
That's 3 daggers for 1 gold.
Oh wait,
That's.
I have a +5.
You
Oops.
Let me show you,
you
my
do
+5.
7 for 15.
Alright, cool.
That's gonna be spread out because no one merchant has 15. But yes, you can spread.
Okay.
That'll be like 2 or 3 shops. But yes, done. You now have whatever it is, 20 some daggers.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with them all?
What are you gonna use these?
She's making a bladed skirt. Leave her alone.
That would be cool.
Oh.
Wait,
What the fuck, man? This is bullshit.
Aw.
just like be
Okay.
good at stealing.
Yeah, okay.
Hey Athens.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Sorry, this is completely unrelated. What are your hit points?
I rolled an 8, so I got 8 more hit points. So now I have 36.
I want to kill myself.
Did you get a what?
Nice.
No, I got a 10, but I still just have 34 because my last fucking hit points were shit.
I have 47.
Well, yes, but that's not really 47. It's more like 99.
So, is there anything else that you want to do?
Or 94.
I'm glad I'm just eating in my face like a fat fucking tapper.
Nah.
Yeah, how much does that cost? How much did breakfast cost? I'm good.
Just me.
It's just
I
like-
got myself
It's just
an
raw.
omelet.
Oh, alright, so you had.
You already know I'm up
It's
an omelet.
like.
Or was it included with the
Oh
room?
fuck! I dropped my.
Not indefinitely. It's like 7 or 8 coppers, unless you want to get something specific
I'll just throw a silver at it.
that's imported, like Talia does.
I mean, you gotta get your fucking Elven Red.
Facts.
Facts. Indeed.
Where is that bottle cap? There it is.
Damn.
Got it.
Is Elven Red like a party expense that I can take out of the party fund?
Oh
Oh my god, you're awful.
Do you
You're awful.
really want to pull that thread? Do you really want to pull that thread, Cyanide? Because I'm thinking that you don't. I want to see where it leads. It's gonna lead to Culpa buying drugs with party funds. That's what it's gonna
I'm
lead to.
considering I'm the holder of said party funds.
Yeah, well,
I find that
once again, all it takes is one good deception roll. You have a problem.
Can I go find a magical shop or like a magical booth?
Yes.
I just want to see if they have some of these really cool rings that I'm looking at.
Oh, jeez. Alright. I'm gonna need to know what they are, Chili.
How about the Ring of Shooting Stars?
Oh, come on. Are you
What?
shitting me? You can't afford that.
The fuck
Are
is
these?
that
I'm
shit?
just,
I
I'm just
mean-
even a thing.
I don't know.
Can't
Okay,
afford
fine.
shit.
Okay,
You're gonna
fine,
make me
fine,
look
fine.
this up, really?
Let's
Okay,
be
fine.
honest. None of us
Okay.
can afford enchanted items.
Oh, it's just
I-
dancing lights? Oh, that's... Well, you might be able to afford
No, it's definitely not. No, it is definitely not.
Fairy fire, right? Ball lightning? Yeah, okay. Let me just stop you right there. Very rare item rarity?
How much gold you sitting on, Rago?
Not enough. I'll tell you that much.
I'm pretty sure I have the most gold in the party.
Just so I know what I need to save up, or like some of this other really
What-
cool looking ring things.
What happened to the spike armor?
No, because I changed my path so that
Didn't you
that
want to
didn't
go
matter
all
to me.
Ramus on people and just roll on them?
Rolling up. Go,
Yeah, but then I
rolling,
decided to
rolling,
be a hefty tank and go Ancestral Guardians and protect y'all.
I don't think you need to go more tanky, I'll be honest.
Oh,
Alright,
I'm tank.
so
You're
you
I
got
get,
that
I get
as-
to summon Guardians at this point. Well, pretty soon.
Okay, when you're done having your dick measuring competition, what other items are you looking at so we can figure out if you can afford any of them?
Oh, I just already go.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Well, at least you're not holding us up. That's the important part.
okay. There's the horseshoes. The speed. Don't you dare. That. Is it just for horses or is it like?
Are horseshoes just for horses? That's a good question. Let me think
I don't know
about
if
that
they're
for a
like
minute.
the like.
You know what,
the
Ragum? Wear a horseshoe. Put it on your
Put it on your neck.
Can we get some nails and a hammer? Put it on.
Yep, there you go.
What about the hammer of
And
Thunderbolt?
ask him to put the fucking horseshoe
The
on.
hammer of thunderbolts. Holy shit.
Uh,
Alright, so we're just gonna move on since you're obviously not being serious.
Well, that one would be kind of cool though.
Kinda cool does not mean affordable.
What the fuck
Well,
is
like,
this
what's
nonsense?
okay? If you had to guess, what would be the gold range for this? So if I needed to, the money, acquire
Well,
money.
considering the boots were like 1,200 gold.
And considering that I lowered that from what D&D suggested. Oh, that's so plain. So you want to know the price for this ring of shooting stars? Is that what I'm hearing?
Sure. Yeah, or just any of the rings that are like of like character.
Of like character.
Yes.
Why does it not have a price quote on that stupid thing? Alright.
If you had to guess,
Oh my goodness. Well, that's not it.
What the fuck?
These are some really. This says 50,000. That's
found
obviously
this.
not going to happen.
Oh my god.
You know, I think D&D has higher inflation than your world. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it clearly does. Well, like, this is. Why would you ever buy a magical item when you could just be like, hey, DM, I want to go to a dungeon and get some magic items? Who's gonna pay 50,000 gold for this ring when you could just go down
I-
4 levels?
I was more or less just seeing if they were even like possible.
For the same price?
Sure.
Stuff
Yeah.
doesn't usually sell for the same price as mod for though.
Sure.
I mean-
you could. Sure. You want to find a buyer that's willing to pay 50,000 gold? You go right ahead. I'm not gonna stop you.
Okay. Well, that answered my question. Okay. Well, so are we gonna go north now?
It's gonna be over. It's gonna be well over 1,000 gold. It's probably gonna
Okay.
be close to 2
Okay.
for what
I
for
still
that.
I still have some research in this city to do.
Well, you've left us, so you're GG.
Fair enough.
Oh, what?
Go on ahead north. I'm very happy with that. I have some things to sell.
So yeah, we're going north to the mountain.
Just you then? Because
Oh no, I'm dragging the other two with me. Yes.
I'd like to head back
no,
to
you say
the
that.
appraiser and see how much a certain sword would be worth.
You want to head back to the appraiser and see how much the black blade that is worth? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I'm actually just heading to the library.
Okay, that's the right answer. So you.
Chili leaf.
No.
I was like, shit, chili left.
No.
So.
It's fine. I'll get my power elsewhere, and I will make sure you don't ever take it from me. Don't worry. I'll remember the small one.
As long as your fucking power is not neutral evil.
Yeah.
Why does that concern you? I never made any notion that I was gonna kill you until now.
Well, you did mention blood sacrifices.
Yeah, you did
For
mention
all you
that.
know, for all you know, with animals. I mean, I'm wearing a bear skin.
They still,
Yes, that's
it
fine.
still sounds quite concerning.
Yeah, I don't want to see my like good pupper Alfredo sauce get killed.
It's not
for
like the
ritual.
gods don't ask for blood sacrifices. Exclusively animals, but.
Just saying, y'all should have had faith in me.
I would have faith in you if you weren't so shady just
If you
naturally.
if you had inspired some faith, that would make sense. But you haven't inspired
You know,
no
fuck, you know,
faith
fuck.
so
All right,
far.
Snippy, fuck these guys. We're going up. I'm going up north.
Well,
If I have to,
if you want to
Letting
leave the
the
group,
fire
that's
lead.
totally on you.
Okay. She
Yeah.
gets hit by raiders, dies because she's the only one there.
well, I'll be just fine. Well, before we go,
She
before
fucking
we go
tanked a
north,
Chimera. I mean,
I
it's gonna be
did.
hard to. It's gonna be hard to sell that.
Tanked in rotation.
Yeah. Fucking
Tank.
Chimera, man.
Yeah, I remember tanking that.
I
So
remember,
do I.
I remember the Chimera getting halfway up the caravan, and then the next 4 turns, it wasn't able to get the rest of the way up the goddamn caravan. I remember that because that pissed me off
True.
a lot.
True. I would
balance.
have been happy too, because we could have looted that dead merchant shit. Not that I would condone that.
No, not that the character would have condoned that.
You know what make me happy? I'll go just north into the woods above the town, and if you bring me a snake,
A snack. You want a snack.
I want a snake. I need-
It's you gotta use the technical term. It's called a danger noodle. Alright?
I need a danger noodle. I
Alright,
need.
okay. So while Chili's figuring out what she's doing with her character, we'll go over to Synod and Tali's thing.
Research
Yeah, sure.
in the name of science.
Yes. Why not? Oh, hi. Alright, so you go in to find more of this information, which will just retcon the whole cardinal situation. But you go in, and where is that? You are once again
That's
greeted,
it, Chili. Come here.
assigned an iterator who, at the desk, they once again cast Detect Evil and Good on you.
Really?
Before you enter.
I hit you with a pillow for 7 damage.
So they detect me.
I ain't gonna save shit.
Right. They do this to everybody.
Reckless attack.
Everyone from the outside who comes in.
No,
they
what?
get
You can't just keep pulling strings.
cast Detect Evil, Magic, whatever. Detect Good and Evil. So you are. The iterator helps you find what you're looking for and stacks, in the stacks and all that, and even puts. Doesn't necessarily put the books away, but it puts them on carts so that they go back. They still really don't leave your side. About halfway through your day, a little bit more, you see a fellow who looks somewhat like this,
Oh, pictures.
who's walking around in the main library reading area,
Wearing the mask and everything.
the mask and everything.
The mask.
Damn, I love it.
Oh, is that Kingdom of Heaven?
Yeah, I wanted
It's a great
to.
movie.
Yeah, I know. I wanted. If I could stream, we would absolutely have a movie night and watch that.
Oh, I would love to. Actually, is it on Hulu? I could stream it.
Ooh, maybe. I hope so. It should be.
Let me take a look.
Anyways, that's another thing. We're gonna have a movie night, guys. We just don't know
Oh,
when.
really?
It's on Netflix.
Someday. Well, Sinon's not doing anything. He's free.
I'm totally free every day, all day.
Yes, we
Unless
know.
I'm sleeping.
You've made that abundantly clear.
Man,
And I-
people don't have lives.
And yet somehow you're always late.
My
So
sleep schedule is,
You know-
is kind of
you know-
fucked.
you know, if-
I'll be the first to admit that.
if we advertise this in general instead of admins only, maybe some other people could get involved and watch with us.
But would they want to, really?
Probably not. Nobody's active in this except for like 6 people. So
Which is fine by me.
over time, well, yeah, that's why I was, slowly cleaning them out before I got in trouble.
Oh, were you?
Yep.
I mean, I can give you back permission to do that. I don't care.
Synod, you're a sweetheart. So, and eventually he notices you. You probably don't pay a whole lot of attention to him.
No, sir.
You got very important things going on in your life right now, woman. But
Yeah, like a fucking god taking
over
a fucking eye to me.
over time, yeah. Well, don't deny the God's worship.
Fuck the god's worship. That's
if
not
you-
a fucking god, that's a fucking tyrant.
If you ever played Age of Mythology, you would have known better. Oh well.
Death to Titans.
So
Not on Hulu, sadly.
over time, damn it. Over time, he makes his way over towards you, and I could find another. There's plenty of apps. There's Twitch and a lot of other stuff that I could stream on. Anyway,
Yeah.
I could just put it on Google Drives, and then you could download it, and then you could stream it.
Yeah.
Or you could
39% on Rotten Tomatoes? You gotta be kidding me. This is a great movie.
Well, yeah, what the hell's up with that? Maybe it's because Liam Neeson's in it. After a while, the iterator steps back as he approaches and sits at the opposite side of the table that you're seated at, and folds his hands in front of him and calmly looks at you and waits for you to finish reading whatever you're reading, because he doesn't know. But plus 10 to rabbit trails.
I will glance up, notice him, not think anything more of it, and go back to my book. Because he hasn't said anything. And I don't know any of the fucking... Like, man might just be, like, sitting, like, having a fucking rest. I don't know.
Yeah, that seems likely.
What do I know about
yeah,
fucking random libraries?
Yeah. That's fine. That's how you want to play it. So he waits for another. He notices that you noticed. He waits for another few moments.
He hasn't.
Excuse me. I was belching. Not that you needed to know that.
Oh.
But I chose to mute myself.
Oh.
This time,
You could have done it. You could have done it, Alex. Oh, nobody would have cared.
No, we're not doing that.
See, some people do it rudely, but your belches aren't that rude,
Aw, that's an odd thing to say. Anyways,
isn't it?
I had somebody 2-3 weeks ago that I sent a picture to, and he said my belly button was beautiful.
What?
I was like, I don't. Thank you. Like, I think it's pretty average. It's an innie, so it's the right one. But I never heard anybody say it's beautiful. Anyways,
I
so-
mean, you're not at Caius levels of belching, all right? Caius, fucking. Did you ever meet
jeez.
Caius?
Yes, I remember
Caius was annoying.
Caius the unshutupable.
Unbelievable, but he belched like fucking a
He's-
trillion times per fucking call.
He's
It was
still
so
here.
god-
He just doesn't say anything.
What? He's
I-
in this call.
I didn't kick him. He's still in the server.
Oh, I have no problem with him as a person. I just don't want to listen to him. So I
Yeah,
tend to find
that's-
excuses to
yeah,
disappear in the Cool Kids Club. There's a reason he's not an admin, and that's so that he can't see Cool Kids Club, so that he can't fucking like know that I'm online. if I
You
don't-
are ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that's the secret server I made. It was called the Secret Hangout.
I don't want to. I don't have anything wrong with him. I just don't want to talk to him or associate with him in any way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
Like
He
there's something
explains
wrong with
everything.
him.
No,
He
he just annoys me.
everything.
Oh, jeez.
I have a social quota, alright? And it's not like
What a
I need to
patriarch.
reach that quota. It's if I reach that quota, then I'm done, right? And Caius just kind of eats up a lot of that quota every for
You
you
are
on
ridiculous.
the voice channel, right? And so I just like it's in my own interest to preserve that social quota so that whenever I talk to
Like,
someone,
can we
fucking annoyed.
move
Sorry.
Right, so for like the third time.
Oh, I love making fun of Kai's as the next guy, but like, oh my god.
There's better things to make fun of.
You should have seen my gesticulation.
Oh,
I
boy.
was gesticulating throughout that whole fucking
Oh.
spiel.
As an Italian, I approve.
As a semi-Italian, I appreciate your approval.
As a Mediterranean, you could say that.
I am in fact Mediterranean. Yes.
Yes, I'm aware. So, you're not as good as it should be. Anyway, so he waits a few moments, and before he gently moves his gloved hand over the book, Talia Elyarn. No, that's not what I want to do. Talia Elyarn, may I have a moment of your time?
I'll be a little bit surprised, of course, because I am about as dumb as a bag of bricks,
Mhm.
and had not really realized the significance of somebody sitting down right in front of me.
Right. Because you
And
definitely
then-
didn't learn anything in your 126 years of life.
Well, I haven't
guess
increased
not.
my intelligence at all.
I guess
My
not.
intelligence is still quite subpar.
Go on.
At least it's not as bad as my fucking dexterity. Anyway, yes, and who might you be? You clearly already know my name, so I have no need to introduce myself.
You provided a letter of introduction that identifies you as a paladin of Clementia. My name is Elucidator Verenius Atola, and I've been made aware of your presence, and I am very interested in a paladin of a holy order who researches holy topics in a foreign country.
Indeed. What did you wish of me?
Oh, I have many questions. I shall start with the simplest one. Is why are you not doing this research in the homelands? Surely you have been made aware of the opinion of the Empire regarding Titans, and surely the elves would have more readily available information on the subject.
You are quite correct in that we would have. Oh shit, that's really loud. Sorry, I have to turn that down. That we would have. That I would have much more information at my disposal were I still in the homelands. However, I find myself in a most urgent need of certain knowledge of certain rituals that prevents me from taking the time to go all the way back to the homelands. And so I decided that the closest place where I could find such knowledge was here in Ravenna. And I, so far, have not been disappointed, I'm glad to say.
Right, so, for those of you who are listening and maybe be a little bit bored, I'm doing my best Richard Harris impression, and there's an example that I've posted of Richard Harris playing Sulla when he informs the Senate that their services are no longer required.
I fucking remember this scene!
What is this movie?
I've seen Senate of Rome. I fucking love it.
It is a great fucking movie, man.
I fucking love it.
What movie?
When he's
is
having his fucking epileptic seizure
In
right
the bathtub.
Oh no! Oh no!
When he's surrounded by twinks. Yeah, that was a good scene.
Wait, what?
Chilly. This is the movie Senate of Rome. It's not that accurate, but
I watched this in fucking English class in 7th grade.
oh my goodness. So Sulla was a military general who was tired of the bickering at the Senate, and he came in with his army and informed the Senate that they would be making the correct decisions expediently from now on. I don't know if he was actually a pederast, but I do know.
Nuance
Yes.
involved there.
Yes, but I do know that in this movie, Sulla is in the bath. Sulla's death scene is he is in the bath and he has two twinks that are in makeup with eyeliner and rouge who are attending to him. They're not having sex. They're just there to attend to him, and he dies in the bath. And the other fellow prevents the twinks from helping him. So
That sounds horrible.
it's a great movie though. Makes for a great movie. Christopher Walken. Oh man. So yeah, there's a lot of good. Anyways, so Talia says that she's looking for and all that sort of stuff and all that. Where am I on my notes? He ponders that for a moment and leans over. These are all books regarding the Titans, if I'm not mistaken. I remember these bindings and words.
You are in fact correct. What of it? I'm getting a little bit suspicious now. And asking questions that he shouldn't. And he's wearing a mask. Masked figures are never good.
Oh, okay. That's how it works. That's how that works.
They don't inspire confidence.
Well, this is why you need to watch Kingdom of Heaven. I trust you're finding everything that you require.
Well, not exactly good news, but it's useful information nonetheless. I'm quite fortunate to have been granted access to your archives.
Oh, chilly.
What do you carry with you?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean by that.
What do you, Talia Elia, carry with you that requires you to read this, of all things?
And what is your interest in?
Oh my god, stop, no.
Your voice gets so quiet. Go
I
on.
mean, we are in a library.
Yeah, okay.
What is your interest in my reasons for reading such text?
As an elucidator in the scriptorium of primeval knowledge, I am requested and required to take an interest in the information that those glean. from these parchments. You are no doubt who you say you are, and you would not have been given entrance should the spells of this place belie or reveal your unwholesome attentions. But you are skirting the law, at the very least, or religious dogma, I should say, at the very least.
Religious dogma of the Empire.
And no paladin that has ever come in here has ever carried a head wrap with them.
That sucks.
I will lean forward and
Just exposing your boobs. Alright, I see you. I see you.
say that. Fuck my trip.
You're welcome.
I'm going to simply assume that you already know the answer to your question, but before I confirm or deny that, I would have your confirmation that you will be discreet with said information. And I'd like to roll a perception check on this answer.
That's an insight check, but yes.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, good thing it wasn't a perception check, am I right?
You might as well have had that headband over your eyes.
Indeed. Clearly. Jesus, a 2. Well, a 10 is average.
I shall, in the spirit of service to the state, engage in discretion, whether that means discreetly escorting you out while handcuffed, then so be it, but it will all be done with the greatest discretion.
Well, I can respect that. To my knowledge, my research is not unlawful, perhaps against common imperial dogma. But certainly I don't believe it to be unlawful, but I must admit I seem to have gotten myself in something of a bind in my
Yankee.
perhaps overzealous application of the homeland.
He tends to he leans forward.
Homelands.
Perhaps
Doctrine.
an office space would be a better place for discussion.
Perhaps indeed. I'll just look at him pensively and stand up, gesture for him to lead the way.
So he leads the way to his office. It's basically like a smaller version of a library. There's a desk and 2 chairs and tons of books. And there's
like nerve-wracking.
Make a religion check.
This is gonna end poorly. Religion. Where are you? Oh, this is gonna end so poorly. Oh, 14. That's not that bad. That's not as bad as I thought it would be.
So, you notice on the desk there is a small statue, I should say, of Quirrell and a small statue of Glycon on the desk.
Give me a moment.
That's fine. I'm just gonna watch Senator Rome while you do that.
Of course.
The meeting to advise. The men will remain here just to make sure that the decisions that you reach are the proper ones.
But sir, is this not counter to Roman law?
Why does that
Roman law.
search give me this? What? What? Okay, I don't know what Corella is. I know that Glycon is a snake god,
Ooh, nice. I'm proud of you.
but Corella is not. Maybe I spelled it wrong, but
Did you spell it like that?
I understand, sir.
no, I did not.
It might have a calming effect if you could make known.
Well then,
Nope, now I'm getting
Perhaps
Spanish
you can tell us.
definitions.
who you intend?
Alright, I guess I'll
Uh,
throw you a bone here. There you go, buddy.
what?
Now press Control
Oh,
F.
Momus! Okay, that makes more
Well,
sense.
now press Control F and then type in Corella, and then you can find out exactly where it is.
Oh, he's telling you how to search.
I have no idea what this Control F is.
A sign on.
Control F? You just taught me things, my dude.
It's
welcome.
control find. That's how you find things.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I've never complained and
Oh my.
oh my.
Oh my.
Well, let's begin with you.
I was only asking
Interesting.
what everyone was thinking.
Well, I can't possibly kill everyone,
Interesting.
so I will kill only you.
Is it Sinan?
Is this entirely unpredictable?
I mean,
I'm about to go make some dumplings.
Do it.
Okay.
I knew Corella after you
Y'all want
spelled it out for me. Probably had something to do with quarrel, but
I'd like some bruschetta.
Oh shit! I
love
should know if we have any
bruschetta
more.
right now.
Oh, of course. Of course you're out. Of course.
Dude, bruschetta is so good. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Okay. I love how like the randomest things appear in my tabs while we're playing D&D. Anyway,
Sure.
so I noticed the god of complaint and the god of or the snake god. I can't find his particular aspect.
Glycon?
Yes, I
Okay.
can't. I mean, I know he's a snake god. It
Yep.
doesn't really say what his particular aspect would be.
Right. Do I have to find that for you too?
I'm reading.
Okay.
I can only read so fast.
I thought you were a master reader.
I'm also really drunk,
Pardon?
and you know what? Master reader or not,
Mm-hmm.
when you're drunk, reading is hard. You know, I think I've seen a shrine to Glycon in Rome.
Cool. I imagine so. I'm sure the Vatican has one, if nothing else.
No, I think it was underground.
Ooh, even better.
I did a fucking tour of the catacombs like 8 years ago. Weird thing to remember, innit?
No. You ever watch that one where they go to the catacombs of Paris? It's a horror movie.
I don't watch horror movies.
As above, so below. That's what it is.
As above, so below. That sounds very biblical.
It's a very good movie. You should watch it.
I don't watch horror movies.
Sign on.
I have troubled sleep as it is. I don't need horror movies.
Fine, whatever.
I can't figure out what the fuck this guy's aspect is.
So
But moving on, I would assume that
it's in the Wikipedia. Anyways,
I'm glossing over it then.
nice.
Fertility? No, that's the Macedonians. Okay.
Do a Control F and type in heal.
Heal as in healing? Or heal as in the part of the foot?
First one. Tecos.
Interesting.
Tecos.
Healing. Wow, that's a really like all the way at the bottom in it.
In it. Eh?
Interesting how they thought serpents had healing powers. But moving on.
Yes.
So I see that he has a god of healing and a god of complaint on his desk.
There you go.
Which, I'll be honest, my fucking like 8 intelligence brain dead sack of bricks self does not realize what that is. What
Fuck
the
you.
significance of
Oh,
that
okay.
shit would be.
Alright, that's fine then. That's better.
I was just curious as a player.
Right. Cool. Great. So you both have a seat. He adjusts his gloves and takes an extra moment to sit.
Because he's old.
Sure. Scoots his chair up. You, a paladin, have yourself in such a bind as to require the aid of titans to absolve yourself.
Quite the opposite, in fact. I'm unsure if you are aware of the position of the Elven homelands on Titans, at least from a religious standpoint. But they're remembered for their atrocities, unlike in Greece or the Imperium, where one acknowledges their usefulness and the other denies their existence. It was by chance that on my travels in Greece I stumbled upon a shrine and more of an offering to one of these titans. And in accordance with the doctrine of the homelands, I conspired to have it destroyed,
Kill the wolves.
as such is blasphemy in the homelands. And as a result, I seem to have been marked by this titan, and I now seek to rid myself of this mark.
You've been marked by a titan.
Well, I'm unsure if it's the cult of said titan or the titan itself, one obviously being worse than the other.
Is that head wrap made from simple cloth, or do you have lead coated with electrum in it?
Well, I only recently found out about the properties of lead coated in electrum, so it is in fact simple cloth.
Well, then it does nothing other than cosmetic benefits.
Yes, well,
I am
regardless.
glad. I'm glad I'm wearing a mask for this. I don't want them seeing my face. What's
Understandable. We've already been accosted quite a few times. And you would insinuate that lead coated in electrum would, at the very least, block the sight of said curse?
It is a curious thing. Either one only provides hindrance, but not utter denial. Electrum is seen as a somewhat holy metal, which it's technically an alloy, but they don't know that in this setting. And the lead is dense enough, I presume, or heavy enough, or something to that effect, to render the sight to be useless of scrying spells in general. But but this is probably somewhat similar to that. So it should offer you a degree of protection, or rather, it should block their vision, I should say, or what it is.
2 questions. Does the eye provide audio input, for lack of a better word? And second of all, did this guy give me his fucking name?
Yeah, he did.
I don't remember his name.
Elucidator is the title. Verbinius Atolla.
So, Elucidator or Atolla would be what I would call it.
Verily.
Are you suggesting,
Uh-huh.
perhaps, Elucidator or Atolla, that I should seek to acquire lead-coated in electrum to cover this mark upon me?
Only if you don't want these creatures to see what you see. Otherwise, that is the only benefit.
Interesting. I had not found any mention of. I found mention of lead coated in electrum, but I had not ascertained the usefulness that it had in blocking said sight. I thank you very kindly for your knowledge. It will in fact help me greatly.
Alright, now let me squeeze them fun bags.
What? You can spell that with a W-U-T, by the way.
What?
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 What, Buzz?
You're most welcome. If this is done by followers of a Titan, there are others here who share a more familiar knowledge with, shall we say, esoteric worship.
And would you advise consulting with these others?
How well has your research gone?
Well, I've found note of a ritual to rid myself of this curse, but the items that I would have to obtain are not easy to find, shall we say. If there were any help in sealing this, or anything else that I was unaware of.
Do you have someone who is able to cast this ritual for you?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Hi, Becky, you're getting
Becky.
goodbye.
So me.
Can you not unmute people that I muted?
I didn't mute him.
I muted him. Somebody unmuted him.
You two
Anyway.
are ridiculous. Chili.
Anyway,
What? I'm playing Hangman. What?
Uh-huh. Go on.
sorry, I realized that my RP gets really long sometimes, and I apologize. Bye, Beck. Man doesn't want to listen. He just wants to interrupt. Let's be honest here.
If only he could be funny in a good way, you know? Not.
Yeah.
I don't know, the Gabe's mom jokes were pretty great though.
But moving on. I'm not gonna. Anyway. Cardinal Aurelius from the Temple of Commentia had implied that perhaps the spell forms were a little bit more on the complex side.
for men of the robe, at least. Are you implying that you would know of anyone that capable of casting such a ritual?
I cannot make any definitive statements, but I can say that if it is not familiar to a man of the cloth, perhaps it would be familiar to a man who used to engage in esoteric religious practices himself.
I see.
Time to really spice things up.
Are you... Forgive me for my forwardness, but are you hinting at the fact that maybe someone more well-versed in the rites of Uranus would be more... Congratulations. Congratulations, Abyss.
I love that low-hanging humor.
Low-hanging?
Oh, fine. Uranus. How about that? Fucking laugh at that, bitch. Would have the acumen necessary to perform this ritual, and that you would have access to such a person, theoretically, of course.
He was not in worshipping the Titans. So there is no risk there. He chose to worship a much more pagan deity, but but he still can.
I do a religion check about these fucking pagan deities?
Oh boy, yeah, sure, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can take it back.
Go on.
12. Probably not, eh?
There's tribes that are definitely in Germania and Iberia who have their own smaller deities, their own smaller pantheons. The general consensus in the Empire, at least, is that it's just done purely out of spite. Everybody knows the Pantheon exists. Everybody knows that they're the ones to worry about and to worship. But because Germania and Iberia really still don't like being civilized, they've chosen to find other pagan minor deities to throw their support to in an attempt to be rebellious
and would I
a middle
would I
finger,
know
if you will.
the Elven Homeland's position on said deities?
Yes, you would. So, moving on. We go back to Richard Harris and...
Fuck you. Fair enough.
The elves make attempts to be respectful with all races and all beliefs and all creeds and all that, but they tend to turn into somewhat of a thread wheel and have that arrogant yeah, there you go.
Oh god, that's nice. That was good though. Okay.
And turn into this sort of this arrogant,
condescending piece
piece of shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
If they're pressed for it, if they're pressed to give, their
opinion,
open, honest opinion, be like, oh, you're just a bunch of
civilized savages.
Yeah, you're just a bunch of fire worshippers and snake eaters. Who cares? You made up deities because you're having a childish tantrum about having civilization forced on you.
I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. Anyway,
they're not even real. They're not going to grant anything. What are you wasting your time for? So.
tolerance, isn't it lovely?
So, for the sake of brevity, you talk about this a little bit more, and he's willing to bring this fellow in at a later date, in like maybe a day or two, something like that, and have him review the information that you found. And,
in the spirit of not boring everyone else in the
Yes.
fucking thing,
yes, that's what
if
it
you want to
is.
just send me the whatever the fuck that means later, and we can let other people get on with their
Who knew there was a downside to having a character arc, right?
right, like almost as if RPing took time.
Almost as if those like 4.5 hour, 5 hour games that they do on Critical Role and all those YouTube series are kind of worth it.
I'm down to play longer. I don't think
I'm gonna play longer.
I don't think
Well,
other people
alright,
are down, considering your sleep schedule anyway.
So
Depends on everyone else, I guess.
that's what. Yeah, we'll take a vote on that later or something. We'll figure out if we're doing a movie first, and then we'll think about it. So, one thing at a time here. So.
Oh, I actually have a movie recommendation.
Oh, I'm sure everyone does now that now that we've started talking about it. Like, oh, hey, well, if you're gonna want to watch this, I got another great movie in mind. So, we have stuff. So, Athen is.
It's a great one.
Alright. So, that's Talia's whole thing gone.
Yeah, and for the rest of the day, I will
Yes.
keep improving my intelligence, and I'm gonna go take a piss now.
Okay. So, Chili, have you decided what you're gonna do with your character?
Well, I want to go north, but everybody's got shit to do still. So I guess I'm
Okay.
gonna have to hang out till they're done.
Do you,
Like,
that's your choice. That's what you want to do.
Well, I guess I can't afford much else. Is there like a bounty board nearby?
Yes,
Like-
there is. There's many boards for bounties.
Is there any local?
Well, if they knew they were local, they'd probably be able to handle it themselves.
Or, you know, around
you
the
can,
area, last seen here.
Sure. Yes. There's several. Some of them are smaller, known pickpockets. Some of them are larger, more well-known people that have probably gone through this area or tend to stop by here occasionally. Things like that. There are not trappers, poachers. There are. Why?
That's just so fucking funny.
You're right. It would. Let's think. There are
Alright.
bandits
Give me a second.
who are
Okay. So they're like not.
operating by the city, outside the cities, and bothering. Or are you looking for something in particular other than local? Do you really care?
I don't want pickpocketers because I'm gonna lose those checks. I already know. And even if I put my most valuables in my room, I feel like somebody's gonna go and steal that. So we're gonna avoid that.
Alright, so you want something else. Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how I can make some money. Well, you know.
That's right. No, that's perfectly.
And if there's no decent bounties, is there any like security jobs around? Temporary like seasonal work.
Seasonal security work. Alright. I'm gonna let you think about that sentence for a second.
You know, like any festival, upcoming festival, real quick that needs some security, like beefy people like me. I need to make some gold. I get it, because I can't just keep going to the gym if it's not gonna do anything.
Pretty well. Okay. Well,
It's not. I mean,
well, it's
I
not
don't
doing
know what I'm
anything
doing now.
immediately. It takes like you've done like 3 or 4 things. Like, what's like? What do you think is gonna happen?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So you find a couple of bounties for security work. That's one of of course, do that. One of them is for a Lord Hesperus, who is looking for bodyguard work.
Okay.
For travel. There is also another there's also another one of a merchant, not really a guild per se, but a group who is looking for someone to essentially work the streets. And in a very specific area. And exert control and prevent things from happening, prevent unwanted situations from occurring, whether it be pickpocketing or maybe drunks or domestic disputes, whatever the situation calls for. You're in charge of this 5x5 block thing.
Okay.
And
Is it gonna be temporary so that like my party can like let me know, hey, we're ready to leave?
It's as long as you want. These sorts of things have high turnovers.
All right, where do I sign up? That sounds well. Like after I clearly put my valuables in my room and lock my room, and like even barricade if I have to. Which the only things that I will end up carrying on me will be like it'll be. I will drop everything except my weapons. I'll keep 15 gold on me as well.
Alright, so weapons and 15 gold. You went over. Apply for the job, get the job, and you are immediately put out on the street with the expressed instructions of get control of any disturbances.
All right.
So make your first perception check.
And I have the Stone of Good Luck too.
Okay, great.
14.
13.
14.
You, about after an hour and a half or so, you notice some fellow who's coming out of a side street and he's clutching his side, and then he runs maybe half a block and ducks down another side street.
Mm-hmm.
A couple seconds later, you see someone else run behind him and follow his exact same path.
Oh, we're definitely gonna go investigate that. Take a look what's going on.
Okay. You follow the two fellas as fast as you can. You catch the second one making a left.
Okay.
So you follow that out, and you watch as they go down another street, and one of them starts climbing a ladder up. The other one's other one's following him.
Okay. I'm going up the ladder.
Okay, you follow up the ladder with them. You get to the top. You catch the Pursue E, having gotten the drop on the pursuer, and is now just pummeling this dude's face.
Oh. Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna immediately do this for my own safety.
My own
and-
safety, right? The defensive
Yeah.
move known as rage.
Yeah. And can I like grab either one? You know, hold them both and like, let's separate them and be like, "Yo, what's going on here? Hold up."
You chase two rabbits, you will lose both.
What?
Quite.
Okay.
You're gonna try and so you're just gonna try and break them up.
Yes.
All right, that's all right. So give me a strength check.
Oh God, no.
It's strength save.
You-
Either way, it's awful.
Oh no, that's I did the wrong one, didn't I? Okay.
So pretty.
You get in there, you start pushing. These two dudes are not interested in being separated whatsoever. And
Well, I'm definitely like trying to communicate at the same time. Be like, "Yo, bro, hold up, guys, hold up. What's going on here? You know, whoa.
they're mostly yelling at each other right now. You're starting to catch a couple blows here.
Can I hear what they're saying?
Yes.
Yes. No.
Is somebody listening to Reddit posts?
No.
That
What is the text to speech thing doing?
No.
you. One
Just
of
no,
them.
Synod. Don't ask questions.
Yeah, mind your own business, man.
Mm-hmm.
Turn this down a little bit. Like, for no reason.
Yeah, no.
Of course.
So yeah, can I hear him or no? Like any snippets of?
Yes. The one on top is calling the pursuer weak and impotent, and the one on the bottom is calling him a thief and a coward.
Thief and a coward. Can I do like an insight check? Can I take a look and see which actually looks like more who's lying? Like
Who's lying? Neither of them are lying.
or you know, like
They
does the
both
one look like
fully
they're
believe
threatening
what they're saying.
okay.
If you want to do an insight check for something else, that's totally cool.
Well,
But
there a way
neither
to-
of them are lying. They're not saying any of this to try and deceive you. They're barely aware of your presence. If you want to see like which one like has more belief behind what
Yeah.
they're saying, which one has more gravitas, which one is more
Yeah.
conviction, maybe.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Okay. So the one on top seems to have a little bit more anger and fire.
But yet the one on bottom's claiming that the other guy's the thief?
Yep.
Can I just be like, yo, what'd he steal?
So yeah, sure. So you ask which one did he steal, and he. He says he looks over at you for like half a second, and he goes, "Mind your own business. Let me exact my justice." And his blows start to even out between you and his target.
Okay, well, for one, they're getting halved, so I'm like barely.
Right. You can't do less than 1 damage, so it's just gonna be
right.
1
Well,
point.
can I do some sort of like strength? Do I need to do strength check to like hold up the one guy that he is punching, like the one that one on top, like just get him off of him, hold him up for him, like be like, yo.
Sure. Yes, you can do that. You can make. All right, you do exactly that. Actually, it doesn't even take that much effort. And I know you got one guy who's restrained, more or less,
Mm-hmm.
and another guy who's kind of is in shock for a second or two or so, and he looks at you, looks at him. He cracks a really wicked smile, and then he just bolts.
Fucking hell. I don't want to play this game.
Let me go! You don't want to play this game anymore.
This isn't fun.
Toes.
Let me go!
Fuck it.
Let me go! He's getting away! What is wrong with you?
Fine, fuck it, let him go.
Okay, let him go.
Jesus.
He runs off. Right after him.
Did they drop anything in that skirmish?
Did they drop anything? Oh my goodness. Yeah, sure. They drop a AK.
Mercenary.
They drop an AK-47 and a box of lube. Hey, what do you want from me?
I don't know.
Sure. They drop a couple coppers.
Well, like he said, it was clutching his side, and if he's if they're scrounging on the ground or scrambling on the ground.
They dropped. There's a few coppers, and there's a small.
Are you sure you want to set this precedent, Chili? Where people on the ground scrambling for life drop shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And there's a small. Kind of silky, like a very, almost like a velour bag.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna take a look at it. You know, see if any
Okay, there's like maybe rocks or something in it. Do you want to open it up?
Hell yeah, let's go.
There's 5 dice in the bag.
Hey, dice.
Whoa.
They
Okay.
all have 6 sides.
Is there? Do I know of a tavern nearby or something?
It's a big city. There's tons of taverns. There's nothing. There's no marks or anything. There's no symbols on it that would say this dice belongs to or anything like that. No.
What are these dice made of? Do I know that?
It looks like
Are they stone?
it looks like stone.
Oh, hey,
It
convenient.
feels kind of like stone, but it's not as dense. Maybe the origin of the stonework. Okay. All right. So taking your time, investigating this, doing a little bit of, shall we say, sounding. You quickly. Hello. You quickly ascertain these are actually not stone, but it's a very dense bone.
Oh.
Interesting. Are they
Like-
loaded?
I would say, can I, if I shake them around a little bit, does
Really
anything
really.
special happen?
Ring,
I don't know, man.
Banana phone. Ring.
So you
Banana phone.
go to see if they're loaded, and so you give him a couple of rolls. You put little scratch marks on them so you know which one is which and all that. 3 of them continuous, almost always roll a 6.
Ah.
And the other 2 seem to be consistently rolling 3s.
Mm. These could be useful.
Yeah, remind me never to play dice with Chili.
Yeah.
My horse is hobbled, by the way.
Remind.
So
Of course it is.
6 rigged dice die.
Yep. Three get 6s and 2 get 3s. 3 get 6s and 2 get 3s. 3 get 6s and 2 get 3s. 3 get 6s and 2 get 3s.
And 2, 3 dice. Well, I'm going back to the main square with that in my pocket and just be like, heck yeah, that was cool.
Alright, so poor Tara hasn't gotten anything and she's left. So
Yeah, she went to bed.
yeah, I gotta figure out something for her to do.
We're about to do the heist with her, so we'll do that when we come back, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's 11 anyways.
Is
One.
it quarter after 11?
Quarter after 1,
Yeah.
rather. Quarter after
It's
1
12 for me.
is more what it
It's
is.
like, damn. Guess
Right,
it's time for
simple.
that customary league game.
There it is. Scion's on top of things.
I'm
I
always
mean, that
on
works
top
for
of
me.
things.
Like I won some cool dice. Cool.
Yeah.
Depends on the person though. Sometimes I'm beneath things.
So is Earth back up on the menu?
Is that what we're doing, Earth?
I would like to flip people.
Yeah. He really doesn't like to take it seriously, take the game seriously, so it would be easier for him.
I wouldn't mind to play some Pantheon in a normal.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna like play Hecarim or someone
Yeah.
super fast.
Pantheon's kind of dumb right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I might go oh, I can go Jin and go the fast.
Are you
Never
the
catch.
best?
Just never catch you. Just never catch you.
That's
So,
the only
It's so fun.
incredible
This is a great song, by the way.
They made a blueberry gold peak tea, and I'm really, really happy. Oh, his foot's hanging out.
I want to point out right now that